Alright, what is up everybody? Joe from JLB Games, catch with another cool live stream today, and I just felt like playing some Planet Coaster randomly, like nothing like special here or anything like crazy. I just wanted to go in and just do some fun stuff. You know, I did start on this one build, I think it was yesterday, and I just called it Dragons, because, I don't know, because it's inspired by something with dragons. So we're just gonna just mess around with this today, and I just wanted to do, like, this isn't gonna be like a series or full-blown project or anything. This is just me kind of doodling around a little bit. I do this quite often, so in my spare time sometimes I'll just go in here and just try and build something. They usually don't get very far, so I just figured I'd show this off a little bit because I got some inspiration. Sometimes just when I get inspiration, I just go in and literally just start building stuff, whether or not it gets completed or not, you know? Anyways. But I started on this because I really wanted to do some detail stuff, like some really cool stuff. And this is going to be like a little entrance here. I actually went as far as putting down like curbs under the ground too, and like perfectly aligned in there so the guests will perfectly walk around this plaza. I really wanted like do some really good pathing in here, and I thought I did a really good job on this plaza. This is going to be the little entrance area, and we're going to go out into here, and it's going to be kind of like a little dock, and then there's going to be a huge body of water in the middle that this path will go around, and then there'll be like stuff in the back. If I even get that far, I don't know, but I just wanted to do something like that. It was kind of, in a way, inspired by Epic Universe's How to Train Your Dragon section a little bit. I just noticed they have like these little kind of like boardwalk pieces in like the concept art and stuff. You can see like them actually building it right now too, and some of the real art. But they have a big body of water in the middle for the Isle of Berk, and it's pretty cool. So it got me a little inspiration. I started building this. The entrance isn't like exactly like that. Again, it's just kind of inspired. So a lot of like different rock work and stuff like that for some interesting entrances. Like I just wanted to do like this big rock structure for the entrance, just something interesting. But I'm not ignoring. See, you start ignoring, saying I'm ignoring you before I even get a chance to respond to anything. That's your problem, Silas. You can cry about it. I'm just kidding. But thank you guys so much for joining in. I haven't even gotten to chat really like yet, and you're over here crying that I haven't talked to chat just yet, bruh. Like, calm your horse down. But anyways, how am I gonna recreate SDZ in Planet Coaster 2 if there's no Western theme? You could still create Western stuff. We don't even know what theme, if like any of the stuff's coming back. I saw some pieces that looked pretty Westerny, if you ask me. It might not be part of the Western theme, but you could make it work as a Western theme, if you ask me. And I think over the course of a few years, we're going to get more DLC, we're going to get more themes and stuff like that. They haven't even revealed if those five themes that I'm assuming that's going to be the themes we start off with, but I don't know if we'll have a lot of stuff like we had, like the, you know, like, can you really make a theme park game without like Western fantasy and kind of your generic themes that you see a lot of, like sci-fi? Like, those are like all in theme park games, so that's kind of, it would be kind of interesting if they don't have any of those. But I think we'll have enough tools and pieces to be able to build still those types of themes still, if you ask me, but we'll have to wait and see. But currently building a non-Gerstlauer, but still very Eurofighter-like coaster similar to Impulse at Knoebels. If it's not by Gerstlauer, but it's Eurofighter-like, then who's it by? Who's the manufacturer? Looks like a Planet Zoo entrance. I guess you could say that. It could definitely pass off as a Planet Zoo. You see the back's very ugly. I haven't really patched that up just too much yet. There's nothing crazy going on here. This was hard to get right symmetrically. I mean, I could have probably done it in an easier way, but I did do piece by piece in there. I don't know if I want to add too much into this planter or just leave it with this like little bit of grass hanging out. I don't know if I want to do anything else in there. Like, it feels bare, but I also don't want to overcrowd it. I don't know. Outlaw Rank Recreation, did you do the little black pole next to the Trailblazer entrance? I don't think I did. I may have, but I'm not sure. You were thinking about that today. Interesting thing to think about. By Zero. So that impulse was by Zero. See, I'm not very familiar with Zero. I like only know them for like Verbolten. I don't really know many rides that they've actually really worked on. Besides Verbolten. That's the most, probably one of the most famous rides they've probably done, so. But I'm sure there's some rides that I know that they've done, but like I just don't know them very well when it comes to that. We're just gonna kind of lightly cover this up. I need to put this up here as well. Thought I had done that already, but apparently I had not. Inaccurate recreation. Hey, it's incomplete, so that doesn't mean it's inaccurate, it just means I haven't gotten to it yet. Just saying. Yeah, I don't know what I feel like doing today. I'm just a streaming. Just a streaming my heart away when it comes to Planet Coaster. Getting my last bit out of this game before we get Planet Coaster 2. You know what I'm saying? Since Planet Coaster 2 is on the way. It's so close. We're just months away. I really don't want to have to wait that long. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want to wait. Like, I would take having, like, an alpha build or an old build right now just to get my hands on it, and I don't want to wait. It's freaking driving me nuts, and they've been also so secretive with how much information they've been giving out overall, so it's been, like, killing me because, like, I want more stuff confirmed about the game, but they're very secretive. They like to tease us, and it's driving everyone insane, including myself. I know we just gotta be a little bit patient, but like, oh man, they're killing us. They're killing us. We just want so much information from the game. Like, one thing is like, we don't even know that like hardly any of the flat rides. At least new flat rides. We know a lot of returning flat rides are coming back, but we don't know much about like the new ones. The only new flat ride I think we've seen is like the ones from that development build from the Gamescom build, which was the Monsoon Shoot, and that one that flips you around a lot. I don't exactly know the name of it, but I don't even know if people could figure out the real life counterpart of it either. But it was very interesting that we haven't seen many of that, seen many of those. So I don't know. Going on vacation to Colorado. Fun. Sounds like we're trying to make a Dollywood trip in October. With the team. I think I might try and go. I always like to try and go to Dollywood each year if possible. Past Glenwood Caverns and Illich Gardens, but go to neither. Isn't Illich Gardens pretty bad? At least that's what I've heard. I've never been there. But I've heard it's a pretty bad park. Overall. I'm not sure. I'll have to check your schedule. I think we're only going for a few days, so. But that would be awesome. I'm also going to be depressed because it'll be my first time riding Lightning Rod without the launch. My last ride was the last public train with the launch, so that's going to be pretty depressing. So, as exciting as it would be to get back there, I'm still kind of sad because I know Lightning Rod's going to drop so much more on my list. It's going to drop tremendously, and it's going to be sad. I know the ride's still good, and it's more reliable now. I respect it. But, like, it's just another RMC now. in a way. Like, there's nothing special about it anymore. It's just another RMC, which isn't a bad thing, but a Discord fantasy football league. I asked Fluffy Steve, and he said no, basically. Maybe I should make my own. I wanted to do it, but Fluffy said that we didn't have enough active people for it, so that's what he told me. I asked him. Lazy. Because he's usually the one that sets all that up. I've never been like a commissioner of a fantasy football league, so I'm sure I could figure it out. But I've never actually ran one before myself. So, but yeah, the idea again, in case you didn't hear it, this is gonna be like a dragon theme land. I don't know if I have any like dragon pieces when it comes to like dragons. I actually checked to see if I have any Theme Maker's Toolkit dragons. I know there's some on the workshop. But, yeah, the inspiration kind of comes a little bit. It's definitely doesn't look like it fully, but the layout and everything's going to be a little bit inspired by Epic Universe's How to Train Your Dragon section, Isle of Berk. So, can't complain. I've done it, took it off my list, and replaced it with Big Bear Mountain. Big Bear Mountain's great. I didn't have super high expectations for it, so Big Bear Mountain did exceed my expectations big time. And for being a family coaster, it's definitely like one of the best rides there, if not the best. Like, sorry, Lightning Rod, Big Bear Mountain might be in front of you now. I see, Fluffy said no Discord League. Is it because I won it last year? I think I won it last year. I won the whole thing. Because I'm a genius. Not really. Nice. I don't care how the draw distance on these rocks like change like that. I understand why they have to, but don't know if I'm gonna keep those or not. I told you the reason already. Well, why don't we get like try and find people, you know what I mean? That will why don't we get some people? I mean, I got Steve that can replace somebody and be more active. Because I know Steve would be active. I don't know. I like having the Discord League. And then eventually we can find enough active people that it'll sustain. You know, I didn't think last year was as bad. It was better than our first attempt. The first attempt, like, no one played. Except for a couple of people. But, you know, like, we can improve upon it. You know? You're gonna have those people that aren't gonna be active, but we can try our best. I know it's frustrating when people don't. Not everyone ends up being active on it, but 17 people. Going 16-0 in week 1. I feel like I need more on the front here. I might do some like letters potentially, like a sign for the name of the land or something. But that's a good start for the entrance, I think. But yeah, I wanted to do like a nice little something inspired by the family coaster that's going to be in the section at that park. So I want to do. I think it'd be kind of cool to do something like that. All right, I don't have any path there. We're gonna push this path out a little bit. Ooh, that's not good. Ugh, what is that? What is the path doing there? I can't wait for the new pathing tool in Planet Coaster 2. It's gonna be so much better. That's okay. We're just gonna make our own here. All right, we're gonna try and stay off the grid here. Maybe, just maybe, try and. Is that connected to that? It doesn't look like it's connecting that, which is fine. I just need to try and more flawlessly connect with this. Dude, this is going to be so much easier in Planet Coaster 2. I cannot wait for that pathing system in Planet Co 2. It's going to be so good. So good. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a new plane here. I'm going to adjust this fence to go a little bit that way. We're going to smooth this path out a little bit. We're going to just try and give what it takes. Take what it gives us, you know, and just kind of go with it. Can you build a roller coaster now? I do want to get to the roller coaster, yes. But we got to set this section up a little bit. But yes, I plan on getting to the roller coaster. Don't worry. I know that's the exciting stuff. But if the surrounding doesn't look good, neither does the coaster. The surrounding area's got to look brilliant. Fly through the mouth of the dragon. I don't know if I have a dragon big enough for a coaster train to go through there. I'd have to probably make one myself out of arch shapes. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have like a little observation area, because that's how it is in Isle of Berk. We're going to have a little piece that goes out like this. I might keep this to where there's no path. That way, because the way with the terrain works with the path doesn't work very well. You need to have a little bit of leeway, because it is not very friendly with working out very well. So we're going to keep that in mind and try our best here. Do our very best. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get a little taste on how the terrain's going to work in here with the water. See how close we can get this to the pathing. We're going to do some water here. Might have the coaster go out into the water a little bit too, like a little bit over the water. I think that'd be a nice little touch. Nice little body of water here. We're going to have paths going around this body of water. This is going to be in the central section. I think we're going to put the coaster off on this side. We'll have the entrance somewhere over here. And we'll have the coaster interact a little bit with the paths and the water, which will be a nice feature as well. We might need to make it deeper than that. Might not be big enough, but... yeah, what Steve said. Like the stream, people. I think we have 5 likes now after you said that, but... like, subscribe, comment, do stuff, interactions. You can have a dragon shoot fire on the train. We can have fire effects. Yeah. That is 100% something that we can do, is have fire effects that trigger as well as the train goes by. That would be cool. I need to see if I have any dragon models in my Theme Makers Toolkit. There's one in game, but it's very cartoony and not very menacing, so I want to use something a little bit more menacing. Let's see if I have anything in here. I don't think I have any dragons. Let's go to all. I have some like dragon statues here. Oh, I do have a dragon here. Not sure if I care for this one though. That must have been a park I downloaded that had that one. I don't know what the heck that is. Let's see what Planet Coaster itself has. I think it has that cartoony one, but that's about it. In game itself, yeah, this one. This is what Planet Coaster gave us. Are these guys? They're cute. They're too cute. And this one, a little too cute. Also make a dragon train, like a Smaug, and see that's the thing with Planet Coaster 2. I'm excited for. You can attach scenery pieces, and I could theme the train. Unfortunately, I can't do that in here. We actually have dragon poop too. I don't know why this is something that we can have in game, but you can see there's armored helmets and a foot coming out of there. Oh, that's interesting. So this dragon has eaten some knights. So that's interesting. What is this? This is just a little doodle park that I kind of started. I don't know if I'll ever. It's not something. It's just I'm just like messing around. Like I got inspired by how to train your dragon section, Isle of Berk. So it's gonna have like a dragon theme to it. It's not gonna be the IP How to Train Your Dragon, but it's gonna be like very much inspired by that land. So that's kind of where I'm going with it at the moment. So it's kind of like a dragon land. It will be kind of cool, dragon theming. I've never really done theming like that, so. Reptiles. I can check reptiles, but I'm probably just going to have to go to the workshop and download some. So let me open up Steam Workshop here and see what dragons I know there's a lot of dragon pieces, or a lot of dragons in the Steam Workshop, so let's take a look. We're gonna do Theme Maker's Toolkit. I have dragon eggs, which I think I already have that. Dragon 1, apparently I have this one. It says I'm subscribed to it, but I didn't see that one. That one looks pretty cool. Dragon tail. A lot of these are multiple pieces, and it's hard to put them together. I don't really care. That one doesn't look great. Ooh, this one looks good. I like this one. I'm gonna subscribe to this one. There's 2 pieces to it, so we're gonna have to download 2 pieces. It looks like the Hungarian horntail from Harry Potter. That's actually what it's called. Face. Hopefully I get enough pieces here. Wing left, wing right, face. I don't know if there's more to that. I'm gonna go check to make sure. Oh yeah, there's a couple more pieces. Because you can only have so many polygons on these. This one looks really good too. I know you guys can't see it, but you're about to see it here shortly. After I get all these downloaded. So we're going to download those. Those are the best looking ones I've seen so far. What about this way? This one's pretty insane too. I'm going to go ahead and download this one. That way we have variety in our dragons. Okay. Alright. They should be in our toolkits now. Item. Oh, the game is freezing up on me, probably because I downloaded stuff. Whew. Let the game hopefully not crash on me. That would be unfortunate. Thankfully, I haven't done too much. And typically, you can download this stuff and not without restarting the game. You just have to refresh your toolkit items. Usually, it doesn't freeze like this. Oh, there we go. It's probably just doing that. So let's go ahead and refresh our toolkits and see what dragons we have. There we go. Much more now. They're all in here now. So we have the Hungarian horntail. Comes in pieces because, like, again, you have only so many polygons that you can do. So what I'm going to do is group all these together. That way we have one nice dragon here. I'm just going to get all of the ones out here and take a look at them all. So we got this guy. We also have this guy. This one was also pretty cool. And hopefully I didn't forget any pieces. I think this is his head. Yep, there we go. Group all these guys together. Too bad none of these are animatronics. That's the one. Another cool thing coming to Planet Coaster 2 is we're going to be able to, like, animate. We're going to have animated pieces and we can attach scenery to it. So, like, it's not just coaster trains and also flat rides. We're also going to get, like, if you have a rotating piece, you can attach scenery to it. So that's already confirmed too. Like, they haven't really gone in depth with that, but I have already noticed it in the gameplay that is actually a thing. Oh, this guy's a lot smaller than I thought he was. Still looks pretty good though. You could also use this one too. It's not my favorite. Kind of looks kind of weird. Looking at all our dragon possibilities. I thought I had one more, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. Maybe it's under a different name. I was like, in Steam, it was Dragon01, I think. But it might have a different name in here somewhere. We do have dinosaurs. I don't know if that counts, but there are dinosaurs. First time with JLW, love your stuff. Well, thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys being here today. Just a random, spontaneous stream tonight. I didn't plan this stream. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to stream tonight. I haven't been streaming enough for you guys. So, like, just normal, just Planet Coaster streams. No, we're not putting Shrek in there, Silas, before you say anything. I don't think so. I don't know if Silas is still in there, but no, we're not doing Shrek. Just putting it out there before he says something. Right, Drake. Is this another dragon? Yeah, this is the dragon. This is the one I was looking for. Drake. Let's type Drake. It'll probably come up. That's the one, but where's the rest of them? I got his wings. Where's the rest of them? Let me make sure I got them all downloaded here. I gotta go check. Left Drake wing. Okay. I got that one. Right Drake wing. Where's the rest of them? Let me go to this person's workshop as a whole and see if I can find the rest of the pieces that I'm missing, because this is a pretty good one too. Where is the dragon? I want the dragon. It's pretty cool stuff in his workshop, though. Pretty good stuff. Alright, there's the right wing, left wing. There's got to be a head or something. There's the body. Alright, I found it. Now we should have it. Refresh. Uh-oh. Oh, yep, the game's freezing again. Probably because it's trying to download it real quick. But thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you like the stream if you're having fun. We should get some music on here. It's too quiet. It's too quiet in here. There we go. Now we got all three. Let's get some music in here. Let me bring up Epidemic Sound, because that's where I can get all my music. Epidemic. We're gonna get some let's get some dragon themed sound going on here. Music. Am I not logged in? What is going on? Epidemic Sound. Log in. Log in. Give me my music. Alright, I'm just gonna type dragon. Dragon. Valley of Drakes. Kind of sounds like How to Train Your Dragon, so perfect. Hey, Steve with the 199. Build a roller coaster. I plan on it. That's actually what I'm starting to prep for, but I want to make sure we have all our dragons ready for it. We're gonna build a roller coaster. Oh, this one's not lined up like the others. That kind of sucks. The other ones are already lined up. We gotta line it up. I think this is the music that Theme Park Stop uses for when they talk about the How to Train Your Dragon section. If I can line that up. It doesn't have to be perfect, at least close. Get the other one in here. Celebrate for Super. Nice. Okay. We got our dragons ready. Just giving you a hard time. No, I'm ready to build a coaster. I fully intend to do it. We got our dragons ready. I think that's a good enough amount of dragons. These are all our dragons ready for the ride. Place them where we need them. I don't know. Do we want to do a family coaster or more of a thrill coaster? I mean, it's a family coaster in Epic Universe, and this is what my inspiration comes from, but I almost want to do like an Intamin multi-launch, kind of closer to Velocicoaster. But I do a lot. It's one of my favorite coasters types to do, so. Aaron style. Definitely going Intamin here, though. In the middle. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Like, on the thrill side, but also not too big. For 10-year-olds like most of your reviewers. Hey, I actually checked my statistics, and most of my viewers range from 20 to 30 years old, I think it was. Like, that's my biggest ones. What do we use here for, like, an Intamin style coaster? Which one should we use? There's different ways we can go. We can just do, like, the normal box track, kind of have, like, the mock style coaster, or we can do... or like the torque here. I use the Not the torque. Which one is it? It's the... I used the prototype winged, I think, and get for this track. Is this the one I'm talking about? Yeah, like this type of track. This is kind of like similar to Velocicoaster track. And then we can change the... Yeah, there is a Junior Dragon. But, like, obviously if we do, like, launches on this, we're gonna have to do the invisible one, so I don't know if there's one that I can use, actually. Black and red. Yeah, right now we're just trying to figure out what coaster I'm gonna use. Which one are we gonna use here? What do you guys think? Motorbike, track, swap, mock trains? So like this type of track, that's more like S&S style track. Would that even make sense? So I usually like to use the mock trains to kind of imitate the Intamin multi-launches, because we don't really have an Intamin multi-launch style train like that. The other motorbike. Well, it's just these two, right? I don't think there's another one, is there? Unless I'm having a brain fart. Let's go with... What are the ones that I used? I think I used... Was it Prototype Wing? I feel like there was another one that I used. I could use the Infinity Coaster and then use the mock trains, because that gives us a lot of flexibility with that track. And I think it already has launches, or LSMs, so I don't have to, like, cover it. So I could just do these. That would be nice. And then, of course, we can do the box track like this, which is definitely Intamin style. Hope Slimer's in Planet Coaster 2. I highly doubt it, unless they have, like, Ghostbusters integrated with it. The one in Wind Valley? So, that's a good question. For, like, Lightning Chaser, I gotta remember which one I used for that. Turn the audio down just a little bit. I think what I did for Lightning Chaser, that was like this style track. So there's another one that has that style track too. It's the hydraulic launch. This guy. This is also another one that has that style track. Doesn't have LSM, so either way you have to retrace it. So this one or the Prototype Wing are the two that are like Intamin style tracks. But I think I used the Intamin Wing. I'm fine with you using the Gerstlauer track because that will fit as well, because Intamin track looks pretty much the same with that triangle track, the triangle shape. Where's the Prototype Wing? I'm trying to see if there's more pieces here. Yeah, there's not like a whole lot of options. I think the other one's better, but I think we're gonna go with the Infinite and just swap the trains out. Can I put... So that's a good question, Steve. I cannot, unfortunately. However, in Planet Coaster 2, we have the ability to attach scenery pieces to our trains. We don't have that ability in Planet Coaster 1, and it's one of my most excited features that I'm looking so forward to that. It's gonna be so cool. So we can use the vector trains here. I can build the platform up closer so there's not this big gap here. We can fix that easily. Looks like the wheels don't fit on it perfectly. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, we should probably just use the mock train, or literally just the mock pieces here. I mean, it can be a mock rides too, as well. Like, that doesn't matter. Like, why not just use this? Shuttle boost launcher? I didn't know this was in the mod for this. We have a shuttle launch? You can make this into a shuttle coaster? What the heck? I'll send you a beta code. I would love to play that game, but unfortunately I gotta wait a few more months until it releases. But yeah, you can actually attach scenery pieces to the coaster train and actually edit and theme your coaster trains. I'm very excited for that. I'm just curious to see what the, it wouldn't fit the track probably, but I kind of want to look and see what the Dragon, because we do have a Dragon car, the junior coaster here, but I don't think it's going to fit the track very well if I use this track, but let's take a look. If I can find it, it'd be Dragon. Yeah, see, it's not going to fit on the track properly. I mean, we could use the junior coaster. Sorry I'm taking so long to figure this out, but I want to make sure I get it the way I want. Can we do launches on this? We can do launches on this. I'd have to retrace the track, but I wouldn't be able to make it super big. I don't even think we can do... Can we? Yes, we can do banking offset on this. Only thing is like, this track is for, like, smaller family coasters, so it'd have to be honestly, a family coaster for that, if I'm gonna be honest. But Copperhead strike track for the thicker spine. That's actually a good idea. I usually typically do that, actually, because the auto-generated supports are better. Even though I do make my own supports most of the time. Sometimes, like, if it's lower to the ground, I feel like I keep the Copperhead strike. So Copperhead strike's good because we do get those thicker spines that we can use. We might just make this a Mock Rides coaster instead of Intamin. Either or kind of works, but I was thinking Intamin, but where the heck is Copperhead strike? I can't find it. Alright, we're gonna do Copperhead strike. Because it's the most realistic, because it's based off a mock coaster, so... so it's going to be the most realistic when it comes to the track and everything. So we're going to put the station... It's going to be a little bit further away, so we have room for, like, queue lines and stuff. I do want it to interact with the path and water. So your first mistake is gaming on a Mac. That's your first mistake. I don't, like, judge people that have Macs, but honestly, it's not for gaming. I mean, it can run games, yes. But, like, the fact that someone making a game has to cater to the Mac community as well is kind of ridiculous. Like, why do they have to be separate from everyone else? Why can't you just download normal games on a Mac? Like, why does it have to be a Mac version? That's why I don't really care for Apple. Not big on Apple products. Because they all have to be so separate from everything else. I don't game. I play Planet Coaster. But you need a beefy PC for Planet Coaster, though. That's for sure. But, again, no judging, like, but still. Alright, I think we can have, like, a little pre-section here. Where the train kind of dips down, maybe does, like, a little helix before we get into our first launch. And I kind of want to do maybe, like, a show scene. I'm not saying that it can't run it. That's not what I'm saying at all. I just think it's ridiculous that we have to cater to Mac users. Like, again, nothing against anyone that uses Mac, but, like, why does it have to have a separate version? Why does it have to be so different from everyone? That's what I don't understand. It's like, it has to be its own thing. A yo-yo roll? That would be JoJo roll. We could do a JoJo roll. What does the aim game one look like? That's the end game JoJo roll. And it's actually heart-lined, by the way, if you do the JoJo roll. It's very nicely heart-lined. Should we do a JoJo roll to start the ride out? Should we? Not very family friendly. I think we agreed that we're not gonna go like fully family friendly, but like we're not gonna go huge. That's the only thing. Like I would do a JoJo roll if it's gonna be for sure like a thrill coaster, but I think I want it on the larger side, but maybe no inversions. I'm not sure if I want to do inversions yet. That's the thing. It would be awesome though. Can't believe you have to buy a PC. Again, this is why I don't like Apple that much. I'm not a big fan of Apple for that reason. They have to be so separate from everyone else. Okay. I always overbank everything just because I know the smooth tool is going to destroy it and unbank it. So that's why I always overbank it more than I need to. Because obviously we're not going to have like a ton of speed here or anything. I don't want to get a PC just for that. I would. I'm not joking. I would buy a freaking PC just to play Planet Coaster 2's as best as possible. Okay, we might test this out too. So I think we're going to go down into here, and then we're going to go into our first little bit of our launch section. We're going to do a little mini straight section here, and then I don't know what the heck this music is, but I'm rolling with it. Alright, and then we're going to go linear synchronous holding section. There's two different ones, and I always got to remember to pick the correct one. That one, and this is the one we want because it has the walkway. Let's do left. That's closer to the station. And evac purposes, that would make more sense to me. Alright, make sure that a train can fit on here. We'll adjust the speeds in a moment. But we're going to have one straight section here, and then we're going to just slightly angle it. So we have an angled launch here as well. Boop. That's going to launch us into our first section of track. Is this the in-game new music? No. I'm playing some music in the background. Do one more, maybe. Perfect. And let's go ahead and smooth this out just real fast. Start test. Actually, I need to get the correct stuff on here. We're not going to use the Copperhead Strike. We're going to use the Vector Trains. Obviously, that's not the look I want. We're just going to go with the generic Vector Trains, since we can't really theme them. Dragon Quest, I don't know. Like, that's just a placeholder name. It's what came to mind first. Alright, let's go ahead and change our track color here. I think black and red. Maybe with, like, gray supports. I always love, like, some gray supports with red track. Maybe with black rails. Could do, like, black. If you're only doing 4, can you do one less station piece? Doesn't look like it. Sure about that? It dropped it down to 3. And it won't let me do more than that. Are you sure about that? There we go. Yeah, it won't let me drop down, or it won't let me go to... Stay at 4 if I delete a section. Alright, Heart Lining looks pretty good there. Get our train colors here. Obviously, that's not going to do it for us, so... something a little menacing here. Joe's live. Aw, yeah, we are. Maybe a little purple in there. I don't know why. Why not? Let's go crazy. Alright, and... test! I just want to see, make sure this is all good. This little pre-section. Yeah, perfect. Do a holding section here, maybe even triggered events, potentially. And then I'm going to have, like, immediate turnaround, and then we're going to go back and interact with, like, the water and paths that are going to be over here. Alright, let's just kind of get our path going over here. That way we know where it's going to be. We're going to go this way, and then we're going to immediately... I'm going to go with an angle piece here. Get some grids going. My strategy here of this, I don't know if this will work, but we're going to try it. With the way the pathing system is in the game. I think it'll work. Yeah, see, we can smooth it out like that. Perfect. That worked! It worked! I was hoping that would work. Am I making a full Dragon theme park? This is me just messing around. This isn't like a serious project. Like, sometimes when I get inspiration, I will literally just go in here and just start building random stuff. So, like, this will probably not get finished, but... probably won't, but... that's alright. Because I'm not, like, going and starting a fully fledged project or anything. Because I got other projects I need to finish, so... and this is how I ignore those projects. You know what I'm saying? I got stuff that I want to do, but I don't feel like doing them. Which is, I know, bad. Not good, but... Irresponsible me. With Planet Coaster 2 on the horizon, like... am I ever gonna touch this game again, you know? Like, once Planet Coaster 2 comes out. That's a question. That's a sick entrance. Yeah, it was just like a I wanted to do like a natural entrance with like a lot of rock work and stuff. It's pretty cool. And we're gonna have like, are we already littering in here, or is that just a... okay, that's... just making sure. Making sure people aren't littering around. Just to be sure, we're gonna get some... get some trash cans in here. Just kind of sitting around. Better not litter in my park. A golden treasure chest, yeah. Those are kind of like a cheat code almost. To get like way too many people in your park. Alright, we're gonna expand this as close to the path as it will let us. And we're gonna see what this looks like with some rough water in here. If it'll allow me. It won't let me go all the way to the top. That's a little bit obnoxious, but might have to be fine with that. I don't want to be, but... okay, so we're gonna have to do some, like, concrete or something that goes down and covers up all this ugliness. What pieces do we want to use? I usually use the concrete toolkit item. It's what I usually like to use. Maybe go a little darker. Not gonna be enough to cover this, is it? Am I able to push that back further? I'm not sure if I got it all the way where I want it. Nope, see? That's gonna be in the way. Like, there's no reason why that should not be able to go back, because I don't even have a path piece there. Like, if you look at this, there's no path. Look how far away it is. That's alright. We're just gonna have to push this out further. Probably just gonna have to do something like this. That can work. That'll be fine. As long as none of it's going through, because I can't push it back any further. I might have to push these out. Phantom Hyper and Planet Coaster 2 release will probably be... I think it will be. There's so many, like, returning coasters. It makes sense that it's going to come back. There's a lot of returning pieces coming. Okay, I think we're gonna do this. Let's go to these fences here. I'm gonna push them out, because that's just how it's gonna have to be. Gosh dang it. Oh, I meant to move them, not copy them. Alright. Music got me hype. We're gonna have to line it up with that. Try and blend it to where it will look okay. I hope. Oh no. Maybe I can just get away with doing the poles and like just doing something like that. Sometimes you just gotta work around it. Okay, so now we can actually get rid of some of these. Actually, instead of getting rid of them, why don't we try something here? Just trying some unique stuff as it comes to my head. I know we should probably work on the coaster, but I wanted to get a little bit of this established since it's going to be interacting with some of this stuff, so. Always one piece that I miss, right? There's more than one. Okay. Got all these... Oops. Got all these, going. We're gonna actually lower this down. Kind of be like, almost like a low fence. And I was thinking about putting like some planters in here. Just give it that little extra oomph. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. I might have to put something at the bottom too to cover it up. Alright, well, let's give it a try before we get too far. VC stream, you mean like voice chat? Alright, let's see what we got here. Got a few different pieces. Maybe we should use the rock one. I don't use this one very often, but I've always wanted to. I want to use this for something. Ooh, this one look. The pebble one's pretty cool too. I like the pebble one. Boop, boop. Like theming wise, I think this would be a cool one to have. And that actually can probably go in there with that and put a bottom piece on it too. What? Commit. Commit. Make this its own scenery group. And And we'll just add as many as we need here. Doesn't look great, but we're gonna put some like stuff inside of it too, so I know it kind of looks a little bit repetitive right now, but we're gonna try and fix that by adding a lot of different stuff. Anyways, how have you guys been today? Everyone having a good day? I've had a solid day myself. Hopefully everyone's doing good. I don't know, I got home like and literally was like, you know what? I'm gonna stream. Don't really have a reason. I'm like, I'm just gonna stream. Don't know what I want to stream. I'm just gonna stream whatever. Kind of one of those deals today. I like these trees quite a bit. They're Theme Maker's Toolkit. They look very nice. I like just have like a small section here with like planters. I'm not gonna do it all the way down. That way guests can still kind of go up to the water and have that interaction with the water. What's up, Blizzard Pup? Will you also make a realistic Let's Play with the Challenge Park and Planet Coaster 2? Probably. I'm sure I'll do something with like that. Probably like franchise mode would probably be the go-to there. Because they're going to have franchise mode kind of similar to Planet Zoo. So I'll probably do something with like franchise mode or something. So yeah. We're going to start off kind of like this, and this is kind of how this is going to go. I think I want to put this open area. I want to put something in here. It just looks way too bare and too open. Like some decorations of some sorts in there. I'm going to have like buildings like this and some cool rock work around it. It'd be my plan anyways. Alright, let's get into our first little bit of... Oops. Coaster building, because I know that's what everyone wants. I'm going to do a little bit of coaster building. Coastin'. Alright, we're going to go pretty tall here, but I don't want to go too crazy. Oh, I don't have baking offset on. I'm going to overbank it. Always bank it more than you need. Because the smooth tool is going to try and get rid of it. It's one thing I've learned. That might be a little bit too much, but I kind of want to just do a big overbank. Right around that 80-foot range is going to probably be good. Definitely going to have to do my own supports, though. My plan is to come back this way and go interact with the pathing, like go over the path and go over the water a little bit. Have some nice interaction with everything down below. Alright, we're going to start unbanking, unwinding here with the banking. I don't know if Red River Valley is probably... I've actually recently, fun fact, I actually did go back into Red River Valley and really thought about going back into it and actually working on it a bit. Since my collab, it was a collab park with Gunner, but Gunner kind of fell off the face of the earth, and I haven't talked to him in like probably a year. So I don't know. Malfunction happened at Coney Island Cyclone, hoping the park is able to fix it. Don't know. I have not heard anything about it. Stalled halfway up the hill. So it just like... It just basically valleyed. Or I guess... got stuck in the middle of the ride. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Gunner. I don't know if he has not been active in the Discord. He just kind of fell off the face of the earth, so... I hope he's doing well, for sure. But I never really got... have any idea of what happened, so... But hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate you guys. I just pointed at my webcam like my webcam's on for some reason. Alright, let's do like a really cool high banked moment here. Again, I'm just gonna completely bank it more than I need to because with the way the smoothing works. I think we're gonna bank it like this, and then we're gonna do like a twist and turn element. So like go from here while we're picking up speed. Actually. And then quickly twist over to the other direction. And that's how we're gonna get her over in this direction. Yeah, it's been a dead project actually kind of for a while, and I've wanted to bring it back quite a few times, but there's just way too much to do in it, especially with Planet Coaster 2 on the way now. It's just kind of like, I don't know if it'd be worth bringing back. Because I know once Planet Coaster 2 comes out, I don't know if Planet Coaster 1 is going to be dead for me for a while. Like, completely, because... I mean, just with the new features in Planet Coaster 2, it's going to be hard to come back to this game. With the new pathing system, and just everything in general that we're getting. It's going to make it really hard to come back to this game. Even though I know it probably won't have as much content, maybe, because this has tons of DLCs. Planet Coaster 1 does not have tons of DLCs yet, which it will, but... Do a little airtime hill here, like a very low to the ground airtime hill. Maybe even a double up, I'm not sure yet. And then we're gonna have to go upwards, because we're gonna be interacting with the path over here. Anyways, if you had to make a list, wooden coasters that RMC should not touch, Coney Island Cyclone is on the top of that list. Next is the Kennywood Woodies. Definitely also on that list, I think, should be the Beast. I think that's a fair one to put on there. No, I would never have Kings Island RMC that. Just wouldn't make sense to me. DLC should be additions, not re-adding what the first game had. I'd imagine they'd be different. But it does beg the question, are we going to get, like, spooky stuff? You know, because there was, like, you know, the spooky pack and stuff. Like, I like having scary stuff. Like, different things like that. But are we going to get anything like that? Is the question. Without it being a DLC, you know? I mean, it could come in a free update. They usually do add content to the free updates, so the path's going to interact with here. But I have noticed, and take it with a grain of salt, but some of the coaster types that have been confirmed coming back into Planet Coaster 2 that were in Planet Coaster 1 were DLC coasters. So take that how you want, but it does appear that we're going to be getting some of the DLC coasters in the base game of Planet Coaster 2. So that's definitely a good thing to hear. Okay. And again, I know this looks ugly. If you know any way how to smoothen this game, is that you need to overbank it. Bank it more than what you intended to be. What is the song? Fred the Dragon. I gotta listen to this. I'm digging it. Fred the Dragon. Freddy.
Well, Freddy has a cousin and his name is Ed. He's half Freddy size but with a bigger head. His
What is this?
It's eating bread with butter and jelly and that cream cheese you spread. Now do you know what happened? I woke up one night. Freddy and Eddie got into a fight.
Uh-oh.
Freddy was bothered by Eddie's reading light, and they had to call their grandma to set things right. Now I can hear Grandma's
This is better than Rock Dog.
She was telling it straight, boys, leave it alone. If you don't settle down, I will play my trombone, and Grandpa Dragon will bust out his saxophone.
Grandpa Dragon with the saxophone? What?
And so the cousins made up. Hey, we're friends, you and me. Let's ride my baby blue bike. Let's go down to the sea. Yeah, said Ed, that's where you want to be. Let's
That
build the
stream is
biggest
goated.
castle in the sand that's ever been seen.
No, much better than Rock Dog.
Now your room is quiet. You can't hear a sound. No one's under your bed. No dragons around. So hurry, close your eyes. They'll soon
This is the dragon music that I meant to... that I wanted. Just saying. This is the type of dragon music that I wanted. Okay, that was fun. Fred the Dragon. That was beautiful. Perfect. Alright, well, maybe a little head chopper element here. I also need to make sure that it flows through this okay. And we have enough speed. So we're probably going to want to get to a second launch here soon. To finish out the ride. But definitely wanted to have some interactions with like the pads and stuff like that. So that's why I'm not going to go too far down to the ground here, because we probably will have a path going through this. Hopefully I can make this turn quick enough. Rapid fire turn. We're gonna head downwards here. Hopefully just picking up more and more speed as we do like these twists and turns. I love these little twist and turn elements with varying heights and stuff. Play rock. Oh my gosh, we're not playing Rock Dog. Not Rock Dog. Alright, it's gonna cost you. I will play Rock Dog if someone does a super chat. It's gonna cost you. That sort of request is gonna cost you. Alright, and then we're gonna set up our second launch here in a minute. Should probably test to make sure we have a good enough momentum to go through here. And the back half of the ride, I think we're going to go around back over here. And I kind of want a little bit next to the entrance. A little bit over there. Gosh. Not in a spot I want to be here. Let's not bank as much here. 35. Might go up, and we might do like a airtime hill going into the launch, maybe? Does this count? Oh, the membership. Renewing your membership. Linear. Synchronous motor. Alright, launch 2. I think we'll definitely have an airtime hill on this launch. But before we go too far into that launch, we need to make sure that this section of track is where we need it. I'm so glad that Planet Coaster is Planet Coaster 2 is going to implement the smooth forward and backwards that we got with the mods. I'm glad that they actually said, oh, that's actually a good idea, and implemented it into the game. I love that. Because look how fast you can smooth these out. Especially if you do like your 1 meter, 4 meter methods, like, it makes it so much faster. So you just rapid fire smoothing, basically. Okay, Gusternum, I will count your membership. Renewing your membership, I guess. I can't believe I am. Alright, clean version. We're going to play the clean version. Because we're family friendly. Can't believe you guys made me do this. Alright, I don't even know if the launch speed's good enough for the first launch because I haven't adjusted it, but we're gonna try it. What do you mean you're not hearing it? Oh gosh, that's fast. I might have to slow it down. Let's go extreme. Launch is too fast. Too bad, we might go through with the smooth tool maybe once or twice more. See, it's still a little jittery. Change our launch speed here. Lower 50s. Let's try 53. You trim right at the top. Might start a riot. I Make your train crash. That's a good thing. That means it made it to the end. Alright, let's see if this train speed... Yeah, we might go through the smooth tool a little bit. You can see how jittery it is. Definitely not super smooth yet. That's still really fast. I wasn't expecting it to go so fast through here. Might have to lower it down even more. I'm all for being fast, but I want the perfect pacing. Not too fast, but not slow. Go down to just 50 here. Burnt banana trip. Song is so bad. Playing Planet Coaster also, nice. We might need to put a trim in here. Probably see what it looks like off-ride too. You don't want trims? No more rock dog.
I saw. Whoa. Clear the room.
Oh yeah, that's the jam right there. Okay, I'm not gonna play that because it has an E next to it, which means it has bad words. I'm not trying to get demonetized. Go back to dragons. Going back to dragons here. Trims are for suckers. Alright, that's a pretty good speed right there, though. It's pretty fast paced, which I mean is not a bad thing. The ending slows down a little bit, but I think off-ride's looking pretty good now. Alright, we do need to... We're gonna try and smooth it out a little more, though. We need to agree on that. Some more smoothing. And we might go back in and adjust our banking a little more too. Because it still looks like it went a little too crazy. Like, I feel like this should be banked more. That out a bit. Yeah, that looks good. Like the stream! Everyone like the stream! Because Stefan said so. Ah. They hiring ride mechanics? That's a good question. It might be. I'm sure there's a position open somewhere. I mean, you can go on to the careers and actually look if you want to. $35 people and only 19 likes. If all of you liked it, we would have over 30 likes right now. Good point. I can't wait, because Planet Coaster 2 looks like the cameras look so much better when it comes to, like, the POVs are so much smoother. Off-ride looks a lot smoother too on Planet Coaster 2. I feel like it's gonna be so much less of a headache in Planet Coaster 2 just in general. Alright, that looks a little bit better. It's still not perfect, smoothing wise, but I like this turn turned out a lot. This turn turned out a lot better. Let's see what I did there. We might need to we're gonna go in and bank this first turn a little bit because it is going at a pretty high speed. But I think we do need to be a little more banked on here. Moving it a few extra times. Perfect. Go and adjust this one a little more too. We are pretty high speeds right there. Should I name my Troika on my pure theme is basically generic boardwalk with a little tropical / adventure. I'm not good at naming stuff. Should I like... I have this named as Dragon Quest, but should I like knock off Epic Universe's coaster? It's called Hiccup's Wing Gliders, but I feel like I should do something like with wing gliders. Dragon wing gliders, I don't know. Just completely knock it off. Like a complete knockoff of it. Definitely gonna get some cool theming here when we're gonna do like a platform for this launch. Maybe have some dragons in there. To greet them, and then we can actually like... Something that'd be cool is like we can actually go some special effects here. Definitely do like a... This one's probably a little bit big, but... And we can trigger this too, so when the train goes by, he can like burst fire out of his mouth like that. That would be cool. Stardust Racers Dragon's Flight. Something along those lines would be pretty cool, I think. Like we put this guy over here on a platform when the train goes by. Maybe he can be overhead, like on a platform, overhead, looking down at the ride. Catch you by surprise with some fire. Build a little platform for him. Do some like wood platforms here. I don't know if I want to use this one or if I want to use any of these. They're all so thick. Stardust Racers, Dragon's Flight. I don't know if this platform is recolorable. Might be something to look into. It looks like it's a grid piece potentially, though. Maybe it's not. It's like impossible to select this now. Wood floor. We have dragons. Ah, wooden dragons is perfect. Just saying. The perfect combination. Nothing can go wrong with it. I can change the color, sweet. Make it a lot darker. I don't like that light. That light color. Get that out of here. We're not gonna let this look dull. We're gonna make it look really nice. Okay. Yeah. Just wanting to click on the dragon. Hopefully that clearance is okay. Probably not, but knowing my luck. Let's double check. See if I need to raise. Oh yeah, I need to raise that. Oh gosh, that is closer than I thought it was. Oopsie. Just don't put your hands up, okay? Just don't put your hands up and you can't be more than 6 foot tall. Can you make Harry Potter ride the dragon? Like put Harry Potter on top of it? I think there's Harry Potter toolkit items where you could actually like put them on there if you wanted to. Let's raise this up. Still want it to be a good head chopper. Alright, that's a little bit better. Alright, I am gonna set him up a little bit higher just because it's hard to select everything under here. Becoming a little bit of an annoyance. Yeah. Maybe for you. It is not that really late for me. I'm in trouble if it's that late. Quickly get those over there. Alright, do I want to add any more to that? Maybe some lights? Maybe some cool lighting. You know, these lanterns are a little cliche, but throw them on there. Oh, why'd you attach those to the dragon? No! Oh, come on. It wants to select the dragon so easily. So much. Just can't stand not being with the dragon. There we go. Calm down, bruh. Alright, so scenery. Our next Is this too dangerous? Maybe. Alright, we're gonna leave it out a little bit so we can add the trigger sequence. And we'll do it about good spot, maybe right here. Perfect. Now we can push this in. I think it's far enough away from the guests to where it's acceptable. Alright, let's take a look at how that's gonna look. It doesn't kick me out because it crashed. Oh yeah, Derek and his talking bird. Derek just makes fun of you when you join his stream. Alright, we might actually need to make that a little earlier. Back a little bit. Yeah. Boom. Alright, let's see if that dragon is acceptable now. With his fire. Could add, like, dragon roars, too. Alright, that'll be good. I actually feel like it's far enough away from the train, too, where it's somewhat realistic, like if you wanted to add a fire effect on it. In real life, like, I think that's acceptable. I walked past there this morning, and he just looked at me and asked, Silas, what's the lady coming out here? We were like, help. He was just wondering, probably. Alright, so we're gonna extend the water out here. Because I do want it to go and interact with the water a bit. Go over the water. Music is very loud. Yes, I want it loud. It's still loud because I had it, because y'all were saying you couldn't hear Rock Dog. I forgot to put it back down. Woohoo! Alright. Have a awesome path that's gonna roll around here. Really kind of interacting with the coaster. Can't wait. I am so excited to be able to like draw our paths onto the path. Or onto the ground wherever we want. That's gonna be amazing. Just to be able to draw it. It means we can make thinner paths too. You can just draw a super thin path if you really want to. Right, I'm just going to push all this as close to here as I can, as it will allow me to. Whatever I'm allowed. That in. Perfect. And we have a nice little scene, because this will be cool. You're going to walk through the entrance. You're going to get that coaster over the water. It's going to be really a really cool entrance moment. Like, oh man, look at all this. And there's going to be a lot more in the background. At least that's if I get that far. You know, that's the thing. If we get this far. Alright, that's looking pretty good. We got it flowing around. Now we can just add stuff around this area. This is just one path. I'm going to add more to the pathing a bit here and there, but probably add some like coaster nets here. Here and there, so this concrete wall going in here, and then we're gonna also put a wall, concrete wall going across here. Is that lined up? I think it is. Looks like it is. Maybe slightly off, but that's alright. Does not matter too much. Breaks off from the path here into its own thing, so we'll make our own little neat looking border here for this. No, we don't have to go completely with the snapping, but I try to keep it as simple as possible and make it easy. So probably look at emailing an SDC soon, or just applying. Nice, that'd be awesome. Hey, just apply. You can look at all the openings online. We have there's actually a hot job opportunities page where you can actually apply for stuff. So. And everyone can just work at SDC. Alright, we can actually adjust this because we're not near a path. We can actually fix that a little bit. This water's looking pretty good though. This little water area. Honestly, I don't think I need to do too many custom supporting on this ride. Even the ones on the high points here are actually not too bad. That's why I like the Copperhead Strike model, because I feel like it has the best auto-generated supports. Like, it has the most realistic ones. Not completely perfect, but I think they're a lot better than the rest of the models. For sure. Made you happy, and then the video ended, and I was sad. Oh no. Dun 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 dun. Let's go ahead and edit this because we're gonna add more to it. Where do we want to have all our dragons? Obviously, we got this one at the launch. We have a lot of dragons to work with here. Where should the other ones be? Maybe at one of the turns, so it looks like you're trying to turn and avoid them. Maybe? I like this one. This is one of my favorites. I think this is the Gringotts dragon. Yeah, it looks like it. Let's see, maybe over here. Somewhere over here, maybe. Bum bum ba-dum bum ba-da-da-da-dum. Ba-da-dum. You're gonna go for now. Alright, Silas. You go for now, I suppose. I don't know. Almost want to kind of like make this look like a bridge that we're flying through or something. Maybe. Maybe it can be a bridge. I don't know, why not? Why not a bridge? Very nice though, right? Still haven't even finished the layout. Maybe we'll save the second layout for when we stream again. I want to start streaming again more often. I know I say it all the time. But like, I'd like to do just like random streams like this where I'm just building like some random stuff like this. Like just spontaneous streams, you know? Not really planned or anything like that, but they don't have to be planned. That's what makes them awesome. Unplanned streams for the win. That go underneath the previous path. So it lines up like this. Hopefully putting us in a good spot. We're gonna line up like a lot of shops and stuff here. For sure, like I want to do another shop. Got a chief beef right there. Let's go ahead and get a drink shop in here as well. So we got those kind of in place. Give these like some nice unique shapes. But still connecting in a nice way. The spark will be in one. I mean, if it does turn out cool enough, maybe. But obviously, it would have to match the timeline. It would have to kind of go in a different direction, but or I mean, I would have to wait to make a part of it for a while, timeline-wise. But I mean, it could work. What we could do here, I'm gonna do this. Continue with our staff management. Is that connected? It didn't connect with the path. The Gulpy did, but it didn't connect this. But why? This won't be an issue in Planet Coaster 2. I'm so freaking excited. Alright, we're gonna have to split it off the building. And pull it back until it connects like that. Like literally, that was the difference from here to here. Now it's connected. So sometimes I like to do this to make the doors a little bit more realistic looking. Get some of our nice doors here, even if it's like something like this. That also kind of works. Could do something like that, but we're gonna look at all our options here for this lovely door. This is a little bit less orange, vibrant. Kind of like this one. This will be our staff building. Beautiful. Kind of. Go with some theme signs. Staff only. That way we have staff building, we have vendors all around right here, so it shall be nice. Answer your question. I have no idea what that means, so how am I supposed to answer that? What? Sorry, I couldn't even tell if it was a question. Like, English. No English that I know of, so unfortunately. You're not. Tell me what that is. I need an explanation. If you want me to answer it, I can't answer it if I don't even know what what the question is technically. Like what? We're gonna do some cool little roof piece designs here. Small piece, maybe. Maybe. You say it's simple English, but I have never heard of that word, so how am I gonna answer whatever that means? Like, answer my question of what you're trying to say. I would love to answer, but I can't because I have no idea what that is. I mean, like, what? That didn't help at all. Sorry. 90% sure he's a bot. I'm not a bot. I didn't think you were a bot. Don't worry. I took English class, but I didn't do well in it. I had never heard of that, even in English. Just saying, like, I was never taught what the heck that is. I hadn't taken... I've been graduated since 2013. Just saying. Seriously, what does that mean? Yeah, like, I still don't know. I was never taught that in English. If that is what it is. Baby could answer your question. Alright, thanks. I mean, Coaster Gnome understood you. I guess we're not. I guess I'm not even a baby. I mean, I must be an infant. Me and Jake are infants. Aw, Fred the Dragon again.
He'd be a lot less scary if his name was Fred. And I heard his favorite color is red. And his baby blue bike is parked out back in your shed. Now Freddy's favorite thing to do is go to the beach. He brings a picnic basket and fills it up with sweets. He puts up an umbrella to stay out of the heat. Later he hits the buffet. It's an all you can eat.
See, my question is, why can't it be explained? You're just saying it's obvious. No one's explaining anything to me.
His favorite thing to do is eating bread with butter and jelly and that cream cheese you spread.
You know what I mean? Like, please educate us, is all I'm asking.
Eddie's reading light, and they had to call the grandma to set things right. Now I can hear grandma's
Okay, you're not.
over the phone. She was telling it straight, boys, leave it alone. If you don't settle down, I will play my trombone, and Grandpa Dragon will bust out his saxophone. And so the cousins made up. Hey, we're friends, you and me. Let's ride my baby blue bike. Let's go down to the sea. Yeah, said Ed, that's where you wanna be. Let's build the biggest castle in the sand that's ever been seen. Now your room is quiet. You can't hear a sound. No one's under your bed. No dragons around. So hurry, close your eyes. They'll soon be back in town. Before
I love this song for some reason. Oh gosh, that's thunder. Bum, bum, bum. English. So here's the thing. I am typing this, and I get 5 results on the internet, and none of them are related to what I just typed. So not even Google knows what this means. I feel like it's something... For some reason, I feel like it's something stupid that has, like, some sort of meaning that's just trying to, like, make us look stupid. And, like, you're not explaining it, so... I'm legit wanting to, like, understand, but no one's explaining it to me. And they just say the word again and saying I didn't pass English, so... That's just my take. I bet it's something that's like, if you're trying to say, it's gonna be like something dumb once I actually understand it. I feel like it's some sort of joke. I don't know why. That's the vibe I'm getting, is it's some sort of joke. And I could see that Coaster Dome's in on it. Somehow. Or understands it for some reason. The gaslight train. Oh, so Coaster Dome doesn't even understand it. He's just like... Let me explain in depth. You're gonna just say the same thing over again, and it's not gonna explain anything. 100% guaranteed. I think it's funny, though. Sort of means English. Well, you just... Here's the thing. I bet it's like a word in a different language saying this is English or something like that. Is it French? The door. Italian. Something with a door. Because I was messing with the door and he asked that. I got something with the door. Probably change the bottom of this terrain so it's like, should I do rock? Maybe like a smoother rock. I would do a concrete, but I didn't switch the terrain out. I think rock will work okay though. We could put concrete stuff down there, but I try, honestly, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I try not to think too hard. In my relaxing phase. Ain't no, I probably should start a little bit on the station here. I know I'm gonna finish everything tonight, like, of course I'm not, but... let's get it out of the way. Let's get started. Start off maybe with some wood pieces. Ah, gosh dang it, I accidentally messed that up. Done messed up. I keep messing up. I think the most disappointing thing, if there's anything disappointing with Planet Coaster 2, is that these big stations are making a return. However, you can recolor the operator's booth now. I guess that's one slightly positive thing, but I'm gonna be honest, it's not that incredible. I mean, but yeah, you can recolor that now. And operators are going to be actual staff now that you have to manage, which is great. All for that, but it just sucks that they still have this big, clunky, huge station. Even if, like, they don't have to completely get rid of it, but, like, if they would just slim it down some. Like, this site is way too big. Way too big. Like, ain't nobody need that much space to stand behind the gates. Like, a quarter of this would be fine. Like, if they cut it off, like, right here. You know what I'm saying? That is the one thing in Planet Coaster 2 that I've noticed. Maybe it'll get changed before release, maybe. That's always possible. Of course, but that's one thing I hope that they look into changing, because a lot of people aren't excited about that. Including me. Just, I mean, the best case scenario is just give us a blank track piece where we can create our own stations. Or, like, platforms. Keep them empty. Kind of like what Park Studio's doing. I like theirs, and you just attach the load gates with them. Which is pretty neat. I don't know if they could come up with a system like that. Maybe they could. But I feel like there'll be enough uproar about it from players that Frontier's probably going to try and listen or figure something out. Another thing I'm not happy about is that the entrance and exit gates are returning, those sci-fi-ish looking gates that you can't change. Like, why are we stuck with those? You know what I'm saying? Everything that is in Planko now should be in the base game for Planet Coaster 2. All Planko 1 base content and DLC. I know a lot of people think that, and I don't disagree by any means. But realistically speaking, I don't think everything will make it in. If that makes sense. Like, I would 100% prefer that too. I just don't think it's going to happen. Realistically speaking. Now, however, one positive thing on that discussion is that there are coaster types that we have figured out that were DLC in Planet Coaster are in Planet Coaster 2 in the base game. So there are a few coaster types that were in DLC that are actually in the base game for Planko 2. So that's definitely a big positive when talking about that, because like there are DLC items. So I don't think everything is going to be in there. I really would hope so. I really want it to be the case, and I know a lot of people want that. I totally agree with that, because then Planet Coaster 2 makes it more worth it. Like, everything we had in Planet Coaster 1's and Planet Coaster 2, you know, which so far, everything they revealed is that there's a lot of stuff that's been revealed that's been, like, making it over to Planet Coaster 2. So, we're on the right track. I just don't know if everything will be in there. We're just gonna have to wait till we get our hands on the game. Because one thing is that they're really prominent on those 5 themes that they talked about. You know, so I almost want to use these logs for something. I don't know if it would look good up here or not. We could try it. I like all these log pieces, but every good feature of the content DLC from the first game and fix problems from the first games. Of course. A lot of stuff is getting fixed. Such as the pathing system. Like, pathing, like, they, like, heard everyone's outrage with the pathing, and they were like, okay, we need to do something about it. And they just, like, went above and beyond. Like, I would have been fine if they would have just kind of fixed some stuff, but no, they went above and beyond and just gave us, like, a crazy amount of different tools that we can use now in the game that are just going to be life-changing. I'm going to leave that bottom part for, like, maybe a concrete bottom. You figure out what I'm going to do to try and make this station look more unique. So I've never done any, like, theme like this before in my builds. Like, more fantasy. I wouldn't say fantasy, maybe, but, like, because I'm kind of probably leaning more towards the Viking theme, I guess. Since it is going to be more inspired by Isle of Berk. Get as close as possible. And we need to find our shorter pieces. Half here. Perfect. Try and make sure there's no fading textures, but that isn't always the case. Now we got a big block for the station. Big old block. But this is the stuff I'm talking about. Planet Coaster 1 has these ugly sci-fi-ish kind of, like, these are way too sci-fi. These are, like, futuristic. I've never seen anything like them before. Type of gates for the entrance and exits. Like, why? Why? Why can't we change that? Or at least get either an invisible one or a generic looking one. I'd be fine with a generic looking one. But like, what is with the sci-fi? Entrance and exit. And they're making a return. And I don't like that. I mean, I can cover them up, and that's usually what I do. But like, I don't know why we're not past this. Like, it's one of my little nitpicks with Planet Coaster. Is just these little gates. I don't like them. And again, I know we can cover them up. Again, that's what I usually do, but I don't know why they don't have different styles, at least, or a generic. They just look too sci-fi. It works good for maybe like a sci-fi section, I guess, but I just feel it should be unthemed at this point. You know, why is it not unthemed? Because it makes me want to literally just cover him up. Like this. Like, get this out of here. And again, it's not like a big deal breaker for me. Because again, I can just cover him up. Instead of, you know. But I prefer just to, you know, not have him in the game. Something different. Actually, that's a little too skinny, so we're going to push these forward a little bit. Kind of like that. Gotta fit through that skinny little thing. They're Planko gates. Well, they're very sci-fi looking. Even if it's the Planko theme, they're very sci-fi-ish looking to me. If you ask me. They don't look very they don't look modern themed, they just look sci-fi-ish. That's just my take on it. But like, just asking, why can't we have different themes for that? If they have to be in the game, why can't we have different themes? Why has it gotta be the one theme? I'm not gonna use this gate fence. I want to use something different. Don't know if I want to use this or not, but maybe something similar. Maybe we can like recycle the fence we used over here, maybe. I guess should have more thoughts of the operations, like this line is moving fast and operations at Coaster Name are great. Opposite is this line is moving slow. Like, that'd be kind of cool. For sure. I'm interested to see what happens because we do have our next deep dive. It's going to be management. So I'm very interested to see what kind of management features. I've always been a big, like, I like being a sandbox. I know most people are probably sandbox players, but I like doing both sandbox and management. I like doing the management aspect as well, and mostly because I think it's because I work at a park. So, like, the idea of being in charge of one and having to manage these things appeals to me a lot, so I like the idea of that. I don't know why I'm using this fence, but I feel like it will work. Yeah. I do feel like I kind of want to finish this project, though. Maybe I'll do some more live streams with it and everything. And, like, it's just going to be like a little mini park. Nothing, like, huge. Like, we'll do this. Maybe a little bit in the back here. Have this one major main coaster. Like, kind of like a themed land. Almost like, again, like How to Train Your Dragon section. Just like one, like it would be a land for a park, like not like a full park, but like it's a land maybe. Just an idea maybe. I don't know. Overhaul the management because the Plyco management is so bad and unrealistic. I think they're gonna do something, and I think they got that feedback that the management wasn't fantastic in Planet Coaster 1. I don't think it was like the worst thing ever, but like it definitely needed work. Needs an overhaul for sure. Definitely agree with that. 100%. I feel like they can do so much more with the management side of it. And it looks like they're already making some steps because like now the operators are going to be staff members. I know that's not like a big change, but like that's going to be a little bit better because we actually have to manage that staffing now. I don't know why they weren't considered in Planet Coaster 1 to be a actual staff that you have to pay and actually, you know, maybe they put in part of the ride running cost, but even if the rides are testing, they will still pay the price time. Enter the park. Just an idea I had, Joe, towards the end of the stream. I think I want to finish it, maybe stream it with some more. It just depends on how my motivations are, you know? Sometimes I get more motivated, and then maybe the motivation will just die off and I'll never touch this again, you know? That is very much a possibility. So I'm not making any guarantees that this is going to get finished or anything, you know? If it gets to the point where I feel like it's going well enough and that I want to finish this project, then absolutely, yeah. You know, I just want to do some cool stuff before Planet Coaster 2 comes out, you know, and just kind of a farewell to this game that I put so much effort into, because this game's going to be obsolete in a few months, and I just want to get the rest. I want to honor it with, because this game's been my life since probably 2016. You know, I have played no game more than this one, so it's just awesome that we're getting that sequel, and I get to continue that into the next game. And you know, maybe at some point we'll kind of go back. I'd imagine in a few years after Planet Coaster 2 is kind of, you know, the thing, and Planet Coaster 1's left in the dust. As weird as that sounds, it's just crazy to think that this game's probably not gonna have much left in it, you know, because with the features coming to Planet Coaster 2, there's just I feel like there's no way I could go back to this path system. There's no way I'm going to go back to the features in Planet Coaster 1 when they've been so overhauled and bettered in Planet Coaster 2. You know, that's the fact of the matter. So I feel like quite a few years from now, I'm going to maybe like, hey, let's just go back in time and take a look at some of my old parks to think like maybe this was one of them. Like, oh, I remember this park. This was one of the projects I did right before Planet Coaster 2 came out. You know, that nostalgia, you know, feeling. Have I done things in Golden Rock Park? I have, and it might that series, Golden Rock Park, might be the only reason why I continue to maybe open Planet Coaster 1 once in a while, just because I don't want to leave that park in the dust, really. Part of me have thought of different things that I'm going to do for that, because obviously Windleverse, we're going to be overhauling Windleverse and renaming it, rebranding it a little bit. Been working on the bot already a little bit. To overhaul everything there. But basically, I had the thought of maybe recreating Golden Rock Park and Planet Coaster 2. I'm not sure if I want to do that yet. It would be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but you know, that way I don't have to go back to the first game just to update that park. But, you know, I'm not sure. Imagine if you could put your Planko 1 parks into Planet Coaster 2. You cannot. That's already been confirmed, and as incredible as that would be, and I would love that feature 100%, and I think it'd be great, but I can understand why that's not going to be possible. Because trust me, like, if Frontier had that option, I think they would do it, but it's just not possible, because it's a completely new game, and not all the elements are making over into Planet Coaster 2, and I think that's the main reason why, is it's built from the ground up, and yes, they're bringing some stuff over, a lot of stuff over from Planet Coaster 1, but it's still not the same game. You know what I mean? But a few minor things that, you know, a lot of people didn't notice maybe in Planet Coaster 2, like the gameplay. Have you guys noticed, like, the autosave feature? There still is autosave, but it doesn't lag out the game. That is huge. I'm just saying, that's going to be an underrated improvement too. No, you know, so... Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. But I think optimization-wise, the game's going to be miles ahead of Planet Coaster 1. It already looks like it. I hope Switch Tracks will be fully customizable. Yeah, that's something I'm curious about, how they're going to implement the Switch Tracks. Since we now have confirmation they're coming, but what form are they going to be in? You know? Like, what are you going to be able to do? Is it just going to be, like, flat track that can just switch over? Or are you going to be able to do, like, curved track on that? Or how are those going to work? Are there going to be different types? Like, I don't know. I really want to make it Intamin Swing Launch with 3 trains, and I really want staff checking restraints. Yeah, I don't think staff will be checking restraints. I obviously won't be a thing. And that's like a minor thing that, like, I think would be cool to have, but I don't think it's necessary. It would be cool for realism purposes, but I don't think it's needed 100%. Same with, like, transfer tracks, like maintenance transfer tracks, like, putting trains on and off on there. You can make fake ones. Like, I don't think that's a big deal. A lot of people are crying for that. As cool as it would be, I don't think it's necessarily needs to be in the game. However, I still think it would be nice to have. I'm not saying I don't disagree with it, because I think those are great ideas. I would like to, honestly, like, love to have transfer tracks in the game that are part of the ride. Like, not, like, for taking trains off, but, like, transfer tracks, say, like, Powder Keg at Silver Dollar City has a transfer track in the ride. Like, that's part of the ride. I think that would be kind of cool to implement something like that. Oops, sorry, that was probably really loud. Also hope that mods for Planet Code 2 are on the Steam Workshop, because the whole mod manager and file never worked for me. It was definitely hard to figure out. I get so many questions on that video. Unfortunately, I don't really respond to them because it is very tricky to, if you didn't put it in the right place, like the file's in the right place, it was really hard to reset it. Even if you uninstalled and reinstalled, you still couldn't get it correctly. I don't think it'll be in the Steam Workshop, and probably not, but, like, I hope the mods are a little bit better. SEC recreation as Blanco 2 is on the horizon. I've really thought about it. I haven't, like, come to a conclusion yet, but it's been on my mind. I don't think I'm gonna... Realistically speaking, I don't think I'm gonna finish the entire park. I don't think it's gonna... I just realistically don't think it's gonna happen, especially the way I have been working on that. And I almost feel like it'd be more realistic for me to start over and build it in Planet Coaster 2. I know that sounds stupid to start over from scratch in Planet Coaster 2, but I'm highly considering it because I think I would have better luck starting over. Because I've put myself in a position, the way I started building that was set up to fail. And I set myself up to fail because I didn't build the way I should have, if that makes sense. I think I should have done one section at a time and not move on to the next section until I finished a section, and I just kind of messed it up for myself. Because I started, like, in the back of the park with, like, Outlaw Run and stuff, instead of, like, doing the entrance and everything. I feel really bad because I feel like I should have finished it. And that's not to say I won't probably still work on it before Planet Coaster 2 comes out, because I'm sure I will. And then, once Planet Coaster 2 comes out, I'll probably just post what I did finish in Planet Coaster 1 in the workshop, just so people can have that in the workshop. I know everyone keeps asking me to put it on the workshop, but I wanted to wait till it was more finished. Remember that streaming till I finished SDC? That was a mistake. I was a little ambitious with that stream, and then I hit that creative block pretty quick. But yeah. Oh, where am I at? But you guys are saying there's 1 meter and 2 meter track are confirmed. That's cool. At least for the slides. I don't know if anyone noticed that. I don't know if I really noticed it, no. Jess. But I'm low-key kind of excited for water parks, even though they're not my biggest thing. I'm more excited about it than I thought I would be. And I know a lot of people are getting tired of seeing like the water park side that they've been showing off a lot of, and everyone wants to see coasters. Well, I'm low-key excited. I hope they have like water coasters. Like at Splash and Safari. Not like water coasters as in like a mock water coaster. I mean like the slide water coasters. That aren't really considered a roller coaster, but like where they can propel you upwards and stuff like that. Be kind of cool. Anyways, what do I think will be the next ride to get the next Axe and SDC? I think Flooded Mine or Thunderation. It's Thunderation. Like, that's, like, not confirmed, but it's confirmed. It's Thunderation. Thunderation's next. Like, that's already, like, a thing. Next year will be its last season. So, watch out for that announcement early next year, where they probably will say it's the last season. Next year. How many slide types we'll see? I noticed that they have, and again, I know it wasn't the final build of the game, but they had body slides, the raft one, like the big raft ones, where you can sit like 6 people in it or something like that. And then they also had like the individual tube slides too. I think those are the main ones, and then you can like do a lot with those. So like you have a lot of different pieces you can use for all those. So I'm not sure if they are just going to add like where you can add like propelled launches, but those kind of rides actually have like their own little stations. So they're kind of like a coaster where you have a station and then you have a start and an end. It doesn't like just end in a runway, you know? So they would probably have to be their own different type of ride, you know? They would probably have to function a little bit like a roller coaster where you put down a station and then... So maybe they'll be under like track rides. Or maybe even under roller coasters, maybe. And maybe under the water coaster category and be like a slide instead, you know? That'd be kind of cool. I could see it being a thing, or maybe even a DLC later on. Add water park. That's the one thing, is we'll probably get like water park DLCs too, like stuff that adds on to the water parks as well. Ugh. My cables are... Frumpkin, stop attacking my cable. That's why it wasn't moving, because you were playing with it. Silly cat. Yeah, Thunderation was my first coaster too, so it's gonna hit hard a little bit, but it sounds like it's probably gonna get a revamp, so I'm imagining that it will probably, just my prediction is, I think we're gonna get a revamp of Thunderation, and it's gonna be a Vekoma mine train, and on top of it, I would absolutely love for them to ask Vekoma if they can set 2 of the cars backwards, like in the old days where you used to be able to ride Thunderation backwards, and then they took it away quite a few years ago. So I don't know if that's the plan, but it sounds like it might be a revamp. Kind of like what they've been doing, like, you know, Fire in the Hole. And it'd be just a nice, smooth Vekoma mine train. I don't know if it'd have the same layout or a similar layout. I feel like they'd probably reuse the tunnel and stuff, and just like reuse assets from Thunderation. But that's what I think's gonna happen. And I think it's for sure getting the Axe here soon. And it sounds... The big rumor is that it sounds like it's got 1 season left, so I think next year will be its last season. I don't even know if they'll make it through the season. I think they'll probably close it after October next year. That's just my guess. Close it a little bit early, that way they can get a head start on the construction for whatever they're replacing it with. So I feel like it would be if I was SDC and I was at IAPA trying to look at a replacement for Thunderation. My first question would be like, all right, can we make a better version of this ride? And I know Vekoma, I'd go to Vekoma first because they already have a good relationship with Vekoma because SDC doesn't have a Vekoma, so. And Vekoma's been really huge on a roll lately. I absolutely love their family boomerangs, and Big Bear Mountain was incredible, so I would absolutely go with Vekoma and ask them, like, hey, what can you offer for, like, a mine train style ride? And then also ask, like, is it possible to bring back the backwards cars? That would be my question. Like, I feel like they could probably do it. You think some of the roller coasters on Planet Coaster 2 will get a second train like the dive coaster getting the smaller trains used on Iron Menace? So you mean like just like different variants? So like we can get like the maybe the vest restraint variant, or like, because some dive coasters have different smaller cars. Like this one is the one in the game is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the 10-person row, and then I know there's an 8-person row one. I think that would be very nice to have. I don't see why not, and I think it would be a good idea for them to maybe have different car variants. So like the 10-row train, and then maybe have an 8-row train. I think that'd be cool. Will it happen? I think it's a little doubtful that Frontier would do that, but I definitely think it could be possible. Like, I don't see why not. Just have like those different variants. Like, not all of them have to have it, but like, say the B&M dive coaster gets that variant where you get the 8-row trains or the 10-row trains, whichever one you want to choose. And then maybe like, oh, I don't know. What else would be one that would need that could use a variant car? B&M Invert could use one that has the new vest restraints. You have an older model and a newer model. That could be one. Flying coaster. What would the flying coaster be? Like, they're all the same. Are you talking the B&M flyer? Regular trains? Got all the Planko mods, and ACSC is loaded, but there is none of the smoothing options in game. I mean, there should be, especially if you got that mod. So you don't have like the smooth forward, smooth backward, smooth burst options in there. Oh, there's something you have to do. I know what you're talking about. It just rang a bell. Like, I think you need to make sure, I could be wrong on this, but make sure that in your settings that you have disabled track limits on. Well, I didn't even have it on in here. So never mind on that. That's not it. I thought there was something else that you had to make sure it was turned on in game. On or off, something. I can't remember what it was. I thought it may have been disabled track limits, but that's obviously not the case because I didn't even have them on in here, so I thought there was something. I guess where there's like, maybe there's not. Maybe I was thinking of something else, but at Ghost to Your Park. I feel like it was something else, like not the disabled track limits, but something else that had to be on there. Can't remember it. Silas is back. Aw, man. By the way, like, underwater in Planet Coaster 2 looks so much better than Planet Coaster 1, because Planet Coaster 1 basically, there's nothing here. Like, it's just a layer. Like, when you're in between, it looks so good on Planet Coaster 2, but Planet Coaster 1, it just looks meh. Alright, let's go ahead and save. Because I actually have not manually saved in a while, and that's always dangerous if you're not doing that. So. Planet Coaster 2, the water looks so much better, especially in the pools. Like, I've noticed every time they show a newer build of the game, the water's looking more and more, or a lot better in each build. Because, like, the Gamescom build, that is a very old build, apparently. Which is impressing the heck out of me, because that isn't, like an ancient build. Like, I'm talking, like, a very old build. And then the build they showed off in Deep Dive number 2, you could tell that was a much newer one, because there was a lot more rides and options in there, so... I didn't think the Planet Coaster 1 water looked bad, especially if you're, like, just looking at it from a distance. Like, it looks pretty solid. Like, look at that. Not bad. Planet Coaster 2 water looks great. Already into another autosave, it looks like. How long have we been live? I've been live for almost 3 hours, jeez. What is time? What is time? Probably have to get off here pretty soon. Probably. We got Labor Day weekend coming up in the next week, this weekend, so it's probably going to be a lot busier on Sunday because I think we're supposed to have some nasty weather tomorrow, so Sunday might be really crazy for STC. Now, what I'm hoping for Planet Coaster 2 is that collision isn't much. Terrain and pathing is not going to fight each other. So, like, when you're trying to, say, do stuff like this, you can't go all the way up to the edge of the path. I hope we can. I don't think tomorrow will be that bad because of the weather, I guess. It's supposed to be kind of rainy tomorrow, so a lot of rides will be closed. But, interesting. The game's, like, just frozen. I can't wait for Planet Coaster 2 to not do this. I hope it doesn't. It doesn't appear like it does this, so... Come on. Yep, we're frozen. We are very much frozen. We're not moving. We're not moving. I'm not gonna miss this. This is probably the biggest reason I will not come back to Planet Coaster 1 when Planet Coaster 2 comes out, because it's this. And I hope it's not an issue in Planet Coaster 2, but I haven't seen it be an issue. Every time it autosaves or does any of that like that, there's no freezing. I think what happened here is that I tried to manually save, but it's also trying to do an autosave because it's about that time where it's about time for another autosave. I think so. It might be too much. Big freeze. Like, am I even using like a ton of... Oh, now it's good. It just like that. Like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. Some autosaves are worse than others, but there's some where they're really bad, and then there's some where they're not that bad at all. You know, it just kind of depends. What was I doing? I was saving. And then... I can't even remember. We have dragons. Dum. You know what I probably should do? I should definitely place down these guys, like, and how to train a dragon section. The how to train a dragon section has 2 of these. Dragon Racer Rally, I think it's going to be called. And they actually have a dragon on top. So I'm like, if Wild Blue is in Planet Coaster 2, we can attach, like, stuff onto it. So, because they have dragons on those ones. Like, on the end pieces here. I've never actually been on, or they're actually up here, it looks like. I've never actually been on one of these before. So I'm excited to ride that when I go to Epic Universe. I think it's funny because Epic Universe has, and the Helios Grand Hotel actually has How to Train Your Dragon themed rooms for kids. But I'm just like, I might be 30, but I definitely want that room. We're gonna be like checking in, and they're gonna be like, "So where's your kids?" No, that's for us. Yeah, with those, you like control how much you spend on them as well. So yeah. Anyways, we're gonna. I think I already saved, but like I get paranoid and like I don't know if it's saved properly, so I know it did, but I always end up saving twice. That's just how I am. Hi, Kylo. You're gonna come lay on my lap. Yeah. Lay down. I just want to visit the dome for the full view. Oh yeah, like they're gonna have a bar, like the view on the top of that. They have like a bar that's gonna be up there. That's gonna be the place to like hang out. Very excited for that. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna head out here for now because I can only work on so much before I like in Planet Coaster because you know patience. I don't have that when it comes to building. People act like I do, but I don't. I can only work so long on a project before I have to move on to something else, or maybe we can like go back in time before we head out for now, and go back in time and check in on like some old builds. Go back in time here. And go to some of these older builds. There's the steampunk section in Winland. This was another one I just started. It was just a challenge park. I don't know why I did it, but I do that stuff kind of a lot. I made like this wooden coaster station. It's pretty solid. Time City. I do kind of low-key want to go back to Time City. Is Red River Valley gone? It's not gone. It's still in here. Oh yeah, I started trying to work on a result. Don't look at these spoilers. It's just like Gold Rock Park all the way up to 1985. Don't look at those. Spoilers. I actually opened it recently, so I'd actually be surprised if it's not towards the top here. There's so many Gold Rock Park saves in here. It's crazy. Yeah, I opened it recently. That's why I'm like surprised it's not like towards the top. I didn't save it though, so that's probably why it's not towards the top. I have so many like just builds that I like didn't hardly do anything with. I should probably go through and delete a lot of them, but oh, Operon's still in here. That's cool. Another one. Wonderverse. Midwest Adventure. I remember this park. I do remember that one. RRV big update. So that's Red River Valley right there. I don't know how... that's not the newest build, though. That one's an older one. I can tell by the entrance there. Or I've had attempts like trying to build like some resorts. Oh gosh, you scared Kylo. You almost clawed me. You scared the crap out of Kylo and like he jumped really big and I was like really scared. I was scared for my life for a second that I was gonna get clawed up. Okay, let's go to the download side. New entrance woo, that's RRV. There's a newer one though. Where's the newest one? I think this is the newest one. RRV new. That might be the newest one. Yeah, it looks like that's where Gunner did a lot more of the entrance. Oh no, Revival, that might be the newest one. Whatever's the highest one on the list is the newest RRV. I think that's the one. That is the newest one right there. Not the Revival. Yeah, Revival's down there. This is the one. I love that the description says RRV is back. Now's the last we ever saw of it. Is that the newest one? I feel like there's more built on that right side in the newest build. Call me crazy. Was there a newer one up here? Getting into like Wondleverse stuff, so doubt it. Because that's all newer. Definitely before that. Might be this one. Can you have RRV? Why? It'd be nice. Like, I thought about maybe getting more help on it, because it is a collab park after all, so, like, more people could be involved in it. So I wouldn't be opposed of, like, giving it to somebody. And allowing people to work on it if they want to go in and help finish it. Only thing is like, I think I'd rather just start over on a new park, similar to it, like, inspired by it. And just do like a shared file. Since we're going to be able to do our shared files on Planet Coaster 2, it's going to be so much easier for people to work on it rather than throw the park file around everywhere. You can just share it. It'll be super easy. So like, that's the thing, like, I don't want to go too in-depth and stuff because Planet Coaster 2 is so close. Like, it makes me not want to, like, do any of that stuff. As much as I hate to say it, like, I do want to finish stuff. What? Alright. I want to go to Time City, though. No, Silas will be excited about that. Time City is where I want to go. I gotta find it, though. It's pretty far down here. I think I had it on a scenario. Should be a scenario. Where is it? Actually, I haven't seen it. I probably scrolled past it. It shouldn't be, like, crazy far down, but... I know it's been a long time since I've been in it, but... It hasn't been, like, a crazy amount of time. I mean, it has. We're talking, like, probably, like, a year plus. I think it's all before... Oh, there it is. There it is. I found it. Man. Does this have the hotel and everything on my updates that I did on it? Kind of hard to tell. They're going to take a while, by the way, guys. Can I have Westwood? Why does everyone want my parks? My original plan before Planet Coaster 2 was announced, I was actually thinking about putting these parks into Windleverse when the time period made sense. Alright, buckle up, guys. This is going to take a while to load. Thank you for helping. Been watching since 2018. Nice. So you got fixed. Sorry I didn't see it the first time. Let's go. Time City 2.0? Question mark. There's so many things I want to do. I need to start planning. I need to start planning for Planet Coaster 2, by the way. Of what I want to do. Like, what is the first park I'm going to... I know the first thing I'm going to do in the game is just literally look at everything. I'm not going to actually build a park. I'm just going to build stuff around to see what's in the game. Because I'm sure we won't have everything revealed to us right away. I'm going to literally just go through and see everything that we can do in the game. And then I'll build a park. As soon as we get a release date, I am requesting, like, probably a few days off in a row. And it's going to be, that's just all I'm going to be doing 24/7 for like 3 days. Like, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be like an addiction. That's going to be, it's going to be interesting times. And I already told my supervisor and stuff, yeah, like, yeah, that release day, whenever that is, I'm not working that day. We might be closed. Park might be closed that day. I'm not sure, but I'm not working that day. Sad I'll lose the Ghostbuster stuff. The Ghostbuster stuff was kind of cool. I know a lot of people didn't care for it because it was kind of interesting, kind of weird, but I still thought it was cool. It was definitely outside the box. And still kind of cool. Especially if you wanted to make like the Ghostbuster themed rides, that made it a lot easier too. Oh yeah, I already told Audrey I'm not working on that day. At the very least. And if it's in November, it's gonna be during the Christmas season. Yeah. Which sucks because we're gonna be open late every single day. So like, I'm not gonna be late to the party. Just saying. Not gonna be late to the party. Silas, I'll make sure you're working. Make sure you're gonna work too. It's might be released on. It's gonna be probably released on a Tuesday or Thursday. So if it's released on a Tuesday, the park might already be closed. So I want realistic DLC on the second game. No movies. I'd like to see some partnerships, at least, you know, with, like, maybe Six Flags. Six Flags Corporation, formerly known as Cedar Fair as well. Don't do that. I need to be off. You better request it. Because I'm going to be requesting it. Like, as soon as that... And my reason is literally just going to say Planet Coaster 2, I can't work. Hi, Kylo. Welcome back. Like, they know why I'm gonna request it off. They, like, my bosses already know what's up. They know. Like, I'm not gonna be able to come up with some fake excuse. No, they know what I'm gonna be, why I can't work that day. Can't wait to be raining outside, huddled near the heat of the PC, planet coastering all day. Dude, I'm probably gonna be, I don't even know how long I'm gonna stream that day, but I'm gonna be streaming like non-stop that day. Probably just like sharing my experience. Like I said, the first thing, my idea for that first stream is I'm going to first go into a sandbox. I'm going to try and see every possible thing that's possible. Does that even make sense? Everything that's possible in the game, I'm gonna try. We're gonna look at all the scenery items. We're gonna look at all the coaster types, and we're gonna look at all the flat rides. I don't know if they're even gonna reveal all that before the game releases fully, so that's probably what we're gonna do. It's just because we have no information on like flat rides right now, like what kind of flat rides we're getting. We've gotten some confirmation of rides coming back from Planko 1, but we really haven't been shown a lot of the new ones that much. Just a few of them, like the Monsoon Chute. It's a cool flat ride, but we've got that, and then there's that one that went around. I don't even know what kind of ride it was, but oh, I'm 100% hoping Frontier would consider me to like maybe do a beta test build of the game. That would be amazing. Frontier, hit me up. Especially if you're watching right now, hit me up. I'm available. I will I'll promote the heck out of it. Still a little I'm still a little heartbroken you didn't invite me to the first thing, because like there's a lot of content creators that knew about Planet Coaster 2 like a month before it came out. They got an invite to watch some of that first bit of gameplay. A little bit jealous. I'm a little hurt, but you know what? That's fine. Give me a beta build, and I'll be good again. Because I remember playing Coaster 1, I was playing in the pre-alpha days, like when there was only 2 coaster types. I remember that. I was playing in like, what was it, January, February 2016? The game released in November 2016. Because I did one of the pledges to help kickstart the game, so I got all that early access to the game way before it came out. Because they were still just trying to kickstart it. Planet Coaster 2 didn't need a Kickstarter, so... Anyways, what about Intamin triple Ferris wheels? Love to see that. I'd just like to see as many flat rides as possible. I just want all of them. I know it's probably impossible to get all of them. How many hours? 1900 is pretty solid, but I do have you beat. I have currently, looking at on Steam, 4,377. That doesn't count the beta or the alpha that I played either. So it's probably a little bit closer to 4,000 total, because the beta didn't was separate and it didn't go into that either. So yeah, I just want as many flats as possible. I don't care, like any flat ride that you suggest that should be in the game, yes, absolutely. Just put all of them in there, as many as you can think of. Because I know they knew you would have spoiled it. Probably. I can't lie. I really can't lie. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I can't lie. I'm a horrible liar. But then again, people won't ask about it because they wouldn't think that I would know anything. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't really have to lie because no one would expect me to know. Like, it's just if someone puts me on the spot. Like, I'm not good at it. Probably got 1,000 plus alone on smoothing. Just start telling people, to be honest. I probably wouldn't. Like, I would definitely hold the secret because I wouldn't want to get in trouble with Frontier. I'm sure they all had to agree you know? But at the same time, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because the initial shock, or the initial trailer that just came out, like, was so surprising and satisfying to get to see it for the first time that way. The trailer reveal, like, that was a really cool, fun way to see it for the first time. So, and just having that excitement the second I saw that title screen come up. Yeah, I hope we get a lot more information about flat rides and dark rides too. I don't think we'll get that much in the next deep dive, because we're probably going to be at more management stuff, which makes me wonder if we're going to see weather in the next deep dive, because that's part of the new management features, is like keeping shade in your park and stuff. So I could see there having to be some management stuff when it comes to weather, because I could see guests not wanting to ride rides in the rain and stuff like that. But I've been going on about Planet Coaster 2 for years, saying I was like, I truly think it could be a thing. Had people yell at me saying, no, it's not. Ain't no way. Actually get a little mad that I even suggested it. Here we go, guys. This is one of probably my biggest, besides the first challenge park that I did, this is probably next to it, the biggest project I ever did. And look at that. I did make a custom pool over here for this little resort. Like, that's what I'm excited for with pools. Like, you can build, like, fake hotels. I know hotels aren't going to be in Planet Coaster 2, at least not right at the beginning. But we could make fake hotels and actually have functional pools outside them. I don't need real hotels in the game. I can just plop down a guest spawner inside a big building like this, and then just put pools outside of them. So I remember I added this later on. Have like this big resort-style building. Got my own parking garage over here. I was pretty proud of how this building turned out. It was much inspired by one of the resorts at Universal. I forgot the name of it, but it's where I got that inspiration from. I kind of want to add like a little slide here. I do have toolkit items that have like slide pieces. For some reason, every time I load up this one, it does lag a lot. I know it's a big park, but all my other big parks, like Silver City, doesn't even lag like this. And there's a lot in that build. So, this is the first, like, big park I did that had, like, an actual, like, dedicated parking lot, too. I even made trams driving around. Even put some cars in to make it look like... We're getting a bus, by the way, in one of our transport rides. It's going to be a bus. Not like the trams like this. We're actually getting a bus. So that'd be really cool to create like a resort and then just have like the shuttle for the resort. So cool. Like, I have big ideas for like big resort parks when it comes to Planet Coaster 2. I'm excited about that. And this is one of the B&M flying coasters I did. Very interesting. In the sci-fi section, I had never attempted to do anything like this beforehand. It turned out okay. The dark ride was a little disappointing. It didn't turn out as well as I was hoping when I did it, so... I do like how these rides turned out. The Roman section. The big Colosseum in here. And timing out the launches so they always go by each other in there. I actually made this an actual path where people can walk on, but since there's nothing up here technically, no one actually uses it. Maybe if I used a Vista viewpoint, people might go up there now, but... but I was pretty proud of this section. And we had the Apocalypse section. The Apocalypse ride. This is like probably the best like dark ride I ever made. Dark style kind of ride. I was pretty proud of it. Turned out really good. And then we have the GCI. Where this is my first attempt doing like custom wooden supports. I never actually fully finished them. Like I didn't do the cross ties of them, but I did do like the wide supports. And when you're like up above, it looks pretty good. Overall. Salvaged, I remember it. At least it's smoothing out a little bit. It's not like lagging as bad as it was at first. Then I tried to do some backstage areas here and there, like later on. This is before I really did a lot of backstage areas. We had the Jurassic section, Raptor Run. I have a few Raptors. It was about the time I originally built it before Theme Maker's Toolkit was a thing. And once Theme Maker's Toolkit came out, I started adding these little guys because someone actually added some animated dinosaur pieces. I was supposed to put, my plan was with this screen, and the screen's still here, but I never ended up utilizing it. I was going to put a screen here with like footage from Jurassic World Evolution. I was going to try and get some good footage of that, of like some actual raptors in there. But I never ended up doing that. I also still have a floating wall piece here. Oh yeah, and I had a log flume. I have to say, my building skills have gotten a lot better. I was like, this is some of my best work, but like, look at this. I didn't even use, I guess I did, but they were very basic, like, custom, I didn't even finish it. I didn't even finish the fencing here. I didn't even finish the fencing. Because at one point I considered this park to be done. But now Raptor runs, queue line. It's pretty neat. I did custom audio for these too. I actually have custom audio for the station. Forgot about that. I remember I did cheesy lines for this. And it has like a dispatch as well. A dispatch audio. I'm still pretty proud of this build. All those dinosaur sounds.
Welcome back, adventurers. Once the restraints open, please exit to the left, and don't forget any loose articles you may have left. Thanks for riding, and enjoy the rest of your journey at Time City. Welcome, adventurers. Please step into the seats in front of you and ensure all loose articles are stored away on the shelf across the way. During your journey, keep your hands and feet inside at all times. Now, watch out for those raptors.
Oh. And then I had audio at the brake run too. Very cheesy, but
Whew, we made it. Thanks for all your help. We couldn't have done it without you. Keep a lookout for those raptors.
that was some awful acting there, but you know what? Did like the cracked supports there, beams. I think I was jumping up and down. I actually did it on stream, I think, when I recorded that. How many trains can run on this thing? It's like 4, I think. 4 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's one on the station too, yeah. 4 trains. Had a lot of block sections. Ah. There are speakers here. Does this actually play anything? Yeah, this is a nice little multi-launch family coaster. I think there's 3 launches on it. Yep. Again, my building skills have improved a lot since here, but I'm still very proud of this. Alright, and then that clock tower in the middle. That is the central part of the entire park. And then I forgot... How can I forget about this entrance? Oh, yeah. Had all the clock towers around the parking lot, too. There was one bus stop where I had, like, a grandfather clock just sitting around. Oh, I hope we don't hit an autosave during this. Yeah, I just threw, like, stuff like that in the parking lot. Which bus stop was it at? It's over here. You just see, like, little stuff like that. You know this is about time travel. Because I remember this whole concept when I built this park. Was that, yeah, the entrance area. And then, oh my gosh, I didn't, like, do anything with that roof. But the monorail would take you to the different sections. And the monorail was a time machine that would take you to the different areas. So the first stop is Jurassic. I had 2 past sections and 2 future sections. Apocalypse is a future section. The Roman section is the other past, and then of course we have the sci-fi, like, futuristic section, the future area. I did all, like, the space-themed rides. Like, the Enterprise in Planet Coaster 1 is very much, like, sci-fi themed. Also used the power moves. Elixir machine. And we also have a drop tower, or a launch tower here. Cosmic Cow milkshakes, I thought would be a good one. Then we had the Endor coaster, which I really wanted this to be really good. The queue line turned out okay. Like, it's alright. Okay, look, don't climb on my desk. You're gonna hit my keyboard and... Yeah. But looking back at this queue line, I think I did a pretty good job. Like, uses a lot of in-game stuff, but you go into here. This part of the queue is pretty cool. The ride itself didn't turn out that great. Go in here. It was supposed to be a lot cooler, but I just don't think my skills were up to the test at the time. I was gonna try and do such a really cool effect here, but it just didn't pan out. I was trying to do like a really cool space-themed effect around here, like you're launching out of into space, and then it's just a lot of like that. Then it's supposed to look like you're on a different planet, but it's just a lot of terrain with nothing around it. Unfortunately, I tried to theme some spots up, but I didn't theme enough. We have this lift hill, which kind of turned out cool, but I didn't even fix the terrain there, so immersion ruined. And it's just nothing but supposed to be plants around here. A giant room of space. I did do some theming, but I feel like I didn't finish it as much as I should have. Like, what is this? Like I said, I think the like station and oh yeah, I forgot that I tried to do a gift shop in here at the exit. That was a cool idea. Could have been executed a bit better, but I don't know. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind before it existed. I almost want to do a reimagining of this park in Planet Coaster 2. Like, it would have very similar vibes. Like, some of the rides might change, though. But this concept and idea, and having, like, all these... having, like, multiple resort buildings and stuff, I think would be pretty cool. I love that it didn't, like... finish the bottom part right there, but I'm proud of my pool that I made. It's a pretty nice pool. We could totally add water slides though. Just because Planet Coaster 2's got me a little hyped about water slides. See, I didn't have any of these at this point, so look, we got little inflatables. We could put like a little mini slides in here. Run out pieces. But kudos to the person that actually made these in Theme Maker's Toolkit. Like 3D modeled these. I never really used them that much because I never really attempted to make water slides. I don't know if there's like curved pieces. I'm sure there are. I probably just don't have them all downloaded. If I had to guess. I have some turn pieces, but not many. Like, I'm sure there's more of these somewhere. That's a bend piece too. Do I just have the straight piece? Yeah, I do. Okay. I was hoping so. I can just like literally do something like this. But I'm sure Planet Coaster 2 will make it a lot easier. We'll just do a slide that goes right into the pool. Totally. Because I don't have enough pieces, or different types of pieces, we're just gonna do like a normal slide. And they do have support connectors on here too. It was cool of this person that made this to have like all this in here. And there's no support pieces, but I'd imagine you can just go in here and go to the framework and boom. I don't know. Sure, why not? I'm no expert in water slides, but I'm getting get myself trained here. Planet Coaster 2. Auto-generated supports for the water slides in Planet Coaster 2 actually look really good, so. Makes me wonder why we couldn't get generated supports that good for the roller coasters. There we go. There's our water slide. Don't ask how you get up to the top. You're just going to have to figure it out yourself. Make an Enigma coaster called Time Collapse. I like that name. Add a splashdown as you go through the pirate ship on fire, and then make your way out of the jungle. Filled with snakes, and head back to the station. That sounds very creative and well thought out. Sounds like you have an entire story already planned there. I'm glad we're getting run-out lanes, though, for water slides in Planet Coaster 2. I was worried that we had to always, like, use pools for them to fall into. Thankfully, that's not the case, though. Thank goodness. Alright, guys. I think I might head out here. Limit of words YouTube allows me to type. Sounds like an awesome idea, though. I made a whole logo for this park. City. Before we go, get a look at night. How this park turned out at night. Clock tower, I made sure that thing was lit up legitimately. A lot of lighting on the tower here. Tower ride. I did my lights. The queue for this ride, for the B&M Flying Coaster. I've certainly done worse before. A little dark here, but that's alright. Station being pretty solid. I'm kind of bland on this side, but I had this light tunnel coming out. Pretty cool. Hello. Leave like a lot of openings, just random pieces here. Fly high. That was my first huge park that I ever built. Can't wait to put stuff on coasters and Planet Coaster. Oh, dude, I'm so excited for the coaster editor and being able to attach scenery pieces. Like, that's just insanely amazing. So good. Okay, guys. Thanks for joining. I hope to do more streams like this in the future, just more random Planet Coaster streams. So, still have a lot of content coming out, so keep on the lookout for that. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you have a great day, cooler tomorrow, and we'll be back very, very soon. So, appreciate you guys. Thanks, and goodbye.